If you're looking to be more productive in your life, then I have 4 tricks that really help. I know they work, I've used them myself a lot, and they will make a massive difference to your general sense of well-being too. Stick around to the end because I'm also going to explain how you can very, very simply apply them into your life. The first one is to take boring breaks. When you're at work or when you're at home, whatever you're doing, you allow yourself 1 minute during your day where you drink coffee or you have something to eat, and you do that in silence. So you don't scroll on your phone, you don't answer your WhatsApp messages, you don't chat with a mate, you don't watch YouTube, you just sit in silence and eat or drink that coffee. You'll find, firstly, you really taste your coffee, you really, really taste your food, because your mind is not distracted by all the other things that you usually do. But also you'll find that your brain decompresses and you'll be way more productive when you go back to work if you allow yourself this space, this moment of stillness. You'll also find that if you do this, you'll find something else occurs, that you begin to inhabit the moment. That means that you begin to really experience what it is to be alive because of this lack of distraction and lack of noise, not only in your head but outside too, that suddenly your mind reconnects with your body, that suddenly you'll find you're far more connected with what's happening just through this really simple process of taking a boring break. Number 2 is do one thing at a time. I know myself that when I'm working, I don't know, whatever, I'm putting together a retreat or I'm organizing a trip abroad or something, I'll be trying to organize flights, and then I'm looking at emails, and then I'm answering a WhatsApp message, and then I'm scrolling on Instagram. And it's a very, very unproductive way of working. I found it really helpful to write a list, and I start at the top of that list with the most important thing, and I go down through that list. I do one thing at a time. I book the flights for my next retreat, or I organize the hotel room, or I get the car serviced, whatever it might be. But I make sure I do this in an order where I'm not constantly distracted by other things. Number 3 is reduce your screen time. If you can delay picking up your phone by an hour in the morning, you are winning. We are so addicted to these devices. Allowing yourself time away from them will hugely help in terms of your well-being, your ability to be present. That means in the morning, do something other than pick up your phone and look at Instagram. It means in the morning, grab a cup of coffee, go and stand outside in nature, go for a walk in nature, move your body, or sit quietly and just watch the amazing thing called life going by. You don't have to constantly be commenting on it. You don't have to constantly be looking on Instagram what everybody else is doing. Allow yourself some space. Those are the 3 principles. One is take a boring break. Secondly is do one thing at a time. And thirdly is reduce your screen time. Just try this. I mean, I found that by doing it, maybe take a week, 1 week, where you do those 3 things, and you'll find, gracious me, I'm not on Instagram, I'm not on YouTube, I'm not even on Netflix for a week, even for a day. I find there's space. I can walk the dog. I read. I do a lot more reading. I'm much more present with my wife. It allows me much more time to do things like cook a decent meal, etc., instead of just grabbing something out of the fridge. It's also really important to note that if you apply these 3 things in your day, you'll find there'll be massive pushback. Your mind will push back against it. It will rage against not being able to touch the phone or look at it for an hour in the morning. But what you'll find is that there is an initial sort of spike where your mind rages and comes up with all sorts of excuses why it shouldn't be having a boring break, or it shouldn't be doing one thing at a time, or it shouldn't not have the phone, etc. but it very, very quickly quietens down. Once the mind realizes that it's not in charge, it quietens down. It's a bit like training a puppy. You don't have to be unkind, you don't have to shout, but you're very, very clear about what the ground rules are within this particular moment. And you make sure your mind sticks to it. It will come up with 1,000 excuses why it shouldn't do this and why it should have what it wants. But you are applying some ground rules, some parameters around your daily life. And that is a really positive thing. What you'll find too is it's like magic. You'll find that suddenly there's space in your mind, there's space in your day. You'll find, of course, there are fun moments and there are raging moments and there are boring moments and there are extraordinary moments in everyone's life. And it's not that that isn't there when you're on Instagram, but this process of not allowing yourself screen time, etc., you'll find that you're far more present to actually experience those moments. You're far more connected with what's going on in your mind. And bizarrely, too, you'll find you're much more connected with what's going on around you, that you haven't buried your face in the digital world for hours on end. You'll also find generally most people I work with, they suffer from some low level anxiety or worry. They're constantly fearing and worrying. And allowing yourself this space, allowing yourself some time in your day for just you, for just being still, for just being quiet, means that this worrying thing, this constant running commentary in your head starts to turn down, the volume goes down. And worrying is praying for what you don't want. So it's very, very important. Whether you're conscious of it or not, this worrying mind is constantly running. It's constantly chattering away. And allowing yourself time away from that by being still will help heal that endless running commentary. So that's the principle. And being quiet, being still is really good for us. It's something we avoid in our lives, and it's really, really good for us to be reintroduced to just being quiet. It's actually our natural state. We are just so distracted by the world that we forget to come back and to be still. So these are the things that I would do, even if you only do it for one day, preferably 7. But if you can only do it for 1, that's absolutely fine. Secondly, stare at a wall. It's basically classic Zen meditation practice, but you just sit either on the floor or in a comfortable chair, preferably upright so you're not leaning back in the chair, and just sit. You just stare at the wall. Your brain will go crazy with what a ridiculous thing we're doing and this is rubbish. Ignore all of that running commentary. Just sit and look at the wall. And after a while, your mind will stop fizzing and popping and it will calm itself. I promise you, do it for a week and you will notice a massive difference, not only in your general state of well-being, but also your productivity will go through the roof if you allow yourself some space to stare at a wall. Number 3, really great trick is use a pen and paper. Often I'm planning stuff, I'm planning trips abroad, or I'm planning retreats, etc. And I'm always on my phone. I'm always writing notes in my phone. I've stopped doing that. I bought myself a pad and paper. There's something rather lovely about actually writing down stuff. And I find, maybe because I'm old, but I find that by writing it down, it actually goes in much better than if I stick it on a blue screen. I don't seem to have the same ability to absorb the information, but if it's written down in my writing, I'm much more likely to remember it. It's much more likely for the information to go in. And number 4, as I said earlier, is delay screen time. Allow yourself time away from your screen. In the morning, give yourself an hour. You'll also find that you've just got lots more time to do other stuff. Honestly, it's liberating to not be constantly chained to your phone. So try it. Those are my 4 things that I do. That's what I'd apply in my life, and I do apply in my life on a daily basis, and it makes a massive difference to my well-being and a huge difference to my productivity. Use a pen and paper, stare at a wall, as bizarre as that might sound, it makes a difference. Reduce my digital time and do one thing at a time. Honestly, the difference for me has been absolutely profound. I'm really interested to hear how that works for you. Maybe there's some things I've missed there that you think I should have included. Maybe there's something in that you think, yes, definitely work for you. I'd love to hear from you. Please let me know, and please get in touch in the comments below. And of course, please like and subscribe.